Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late December 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. And we're going to get right down to work here with a couple of oracle cards. So let's shuffle it up one time for the beautiful Leo collective. Please, my guides, talk to me. We're going to see what we have for you in late December. I really hope you're all doing well. And yeah, we're just going to look at these oracle cards real quick. We're going to breeze right through them. Then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'm going to pull you a bonus spread with the Shadowland Tarot just to see what type of shadow work you might want to lean into in this time. So, of course, only take whatever hits for you. You know how these readings go. But let's get these cards out here. What do we got for Leo, please? Last week's reading was pretty positive, so we're going to hope to continue that trend. Okay, so we have this Queen of Cups type of energy showing up, which I usually see as a good thing. She was showing up in the Aries reading. And we have some either aesthetics, or somebody really not wanting to start problems or issues. But before we fully dive into these cards, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. It's your last chance for this month. Also, if you're active on Twitter, my handle is @KyleofCups. Please feel free to tweet me something. But let's get into this reading. This woman, beautiful. She's in that pond. She always reminds me of the Queen of Cups. Even though this oracle deck is not a tarot deck, I just get that vibe from her. So this could be a prominent water sign in your life, or it could just be speaking about the importance of your emotions or your emotional state. You could be feeling things extra strong in these times. It makes sense with the time of the year we're in. So just beware of that. In the coming days and weeks, your emotions could be ramped up a little more than usual. Okay, you might need to vent, or someone might need you to lend them a shoulder. Like someone might want to vent to you as well. But let's move over to this next card. You see this lady here, she's in the midst of those birds dressed up like them. So sure, I think of matters of beauty, aesthetics. You might be feeling real good about yourself. Pardon me. But a big thing with this card is somebody trying to blend in with the crowd. So you might not be trying to start any waves. You might be minding your own business. This could be someone you're dealing with, not wanting problems with you. That's a big vibe I pick up with this card. So I get somebody trying to avoid issues or problems when this card shows up. But we're going to get into tarot now. As I always say, that doesn't make or break the reading. But we're going to shuffle these up, get you 3 in the upright, then we'll intuitively clarify. So let's see what we got for the beautiful Leos, please, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got? Now, as I was saying, last week's reading was pretty positive. It was titled Big Payoff Incoming. The week before that was a serious talk. So there's been a lot of communication type readings for a lot of the signs in the past couple of weeks. But the big payoff felt good to me, that whatever it is you're working towards, whatever it is you're moving towards, could pay off for you in the end, which felt good. So let's get these 3 cards out here. Hopefully things have been going good for you. Let's see. All right. So just as I'm talking about a whole bunch of positivity, the 10 of Swords shows up, okay? Don't fret about that, because you know every card has a positive and negative, and we still have to clarify. Let's see what's up. Not the best way to start a reading. Oh, we have our good friend, the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups, with a beard in this deck. So that might be good. Your emotions could still be at play here. That could speak about romance. What do we got? Okay, we got the Tower. So we're going to have some warnings here for sure, Leo. And that is okay. And not every tower is a bad tower, but there are things we need to take note of in this reading. Even though we had a really positive one last week, we're going to talk about some of the classical meanings and archetypes of these cards. Because this doesn't just have to be something you're going through now or in the next couple of days. It could be something that's lingering in your energy. But let's go through these before we get into the juicy intuitive stuff. In position number 1, we have the 10 of Swords, okay? If you watch tarot, you know what this card is about. It's about pain. It's about endings of different kinds. So this could be a rough and tough ending that you've dealt with. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of pain in this time. This could be someone that may have betrayed you as well. You pick and choose how it fits to your story. But the 10 of Swords, it could even be someone you're linked to that's just really, really hurting. There's also warnings here about physical accidents and stuff like that. So keep your head on a swivel in this time. But it's a rough energy. What's really going to bring this one home is when we clarify it and see what it's all about. But in the center, we have the King of Cups. Okay, you might be dealing with a water sign when he shows up. And all kings represent mastery and control of the suit that they're in. And in divination, Cups represent your emotional state. It talks about creativity and love situations. So all of those things could be very prominent. Matters, and remember I said the Queen of Cups was showing up in the beginning. We got the King as well, so that's a double dose of your emotions or your emotional state showing up. But a lot of you might be entrenched in romantic things. If none of that applies, this could just be big feelings of creativity and expressing yourself. So that's good, because I don't just tie these readings into love alone. Now, moving to the very, very back end, we have the Tower. That is something to keep an eye on, and I always say not all towers are bad, but you know what this is about. It's something that could be shocking, some sort of shakeup, some sort of foundation or a change from the norm, unexpected, all of those adjectives. That's what this Tower represents. Now, of course, it could be something negative, like an ending that we're seeing with the Ten of Swords. So there might be some sort of ending in play. We'll know when we clarify, but it could be a good surprise. All right, I always like to give that silver lining that not every tower is a bad tower. Okay, I really want to change the perception on a tower because it's not all bad, even though it does look a little scary. But we're going to see what all this is about. We're going to dive deeper and clarify. So let's put that tower down right there. We're going to shuffle these cards up for you one more time, Leo. And yeah, there's a lot going on here, and it's all good. But let's see what's up. Let's shuffle it up here for my beautiful Leo friends. What do we got? Yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to start in on this Ten of Swords, and as always, if you read tarot yourself, that's why this box is here. Please feel free to share any messages you're feeling with your collective down below. I don't mind whatsoever, because what you're feeling might resonate with somebody, and that's okay. So let's see why this Ten of Swords is here, please. Where's this Ten of Swords here? Yeah, this is such a vast type of tool. Okay. We got the Hanged Man in the upright, so you really might need to stabilize something big time. Now, some of you might be having issues with a Scorpio. Some people say the Hanged Man could be a Virgo. But this is somebody that's retreating a little bit. Now, remember I said there might be someone around that might not want issues. I'm still picking up that vibe here with the Ten of Swords and the Hanged Man. Someone might be like pulling back, leaning back, and trying to avoid. There's a big avoidance here. Now, if we're speaking about an ending, this is one that may stick around for a little bit, like a thorn in the side. So when we have the Ten of Swords and the Tower in a reading together, some sort of ending could be at play, okay? Whether it's one that's incoming or one that's happened. And it might stick around a little while, and that's okay, because sometimes things take time to heal from. But aside from that, I get somebody retreating a little bit. That's like the intuitive vibe this is giving me, like somebody retreating, pulling back, trying to recover a little bit. And that's understandable for sure, whether that's you or another individual in your life. Big recovery mode. So we're going to go in on this King of Cups. Of course, it could mean other things. I mean, this could be somebody, you know, I don't want to cloudy up the message, but I was feeling like somebody causing an ending due to inaction, but obviously that's not for everybody. We're going to see what's up with our good friend here, Mr. Kyle of Cups. So why is he here for the Leos this week, please? I always like when the King of Cups shows up in a reading. Thank you. Yeah, Five of Wands. Yeah, you might be feeling a little more confrontational than usual. Now, yes, of course, like I said, we're getting water sign vibes here. So some of you, if you're tied to a water sign, things might be a little choppy in this time. You might not be seeing eye to eye with water signs in the coming days and weeks. But aside from that, your emotional state, you might be a little confrontational, or I get the mode of someone taking on all comers. Like, okay, you want an issue? Let's go. Like, all right, you want to make a big deal out of this? Let's make a big deal out of it. You want to fight? Let's fight. Like, there is no backing down here in the center. So we have like two opposites of the spectrum. Like, I have someone that's in retreat mode, but I have someone who's like, bring the noise. Okay. So beware of conflicts. We do have warnings in this spread, and sometimes you do need to make a stand, right? And that's kind of what I'm picking up here. But if somebody is trying to come at you sideways in the coming days and weeks, like, I don't feel you rolling over here. But we're going to go in on this Tower. Beware of those energies. There are warnings here. But let's go in on this Tower, see what that's about. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow spread. So why is this Tower here? What's this shocking or surprising energy we got for the Leos? Why is this Tower here for Leo, please? Deck is being specific. Gotta love that when it happens. The Knight of Cups. Okay. Yeah, this could be some sort of unexpected feeling or emotion popping up. Now, the Knight of Cups, once again, is a card of romance, emotion, creativity. All the things I was saying about the King of Cups is represented within the Knight of Cups as well. It is action-based, and sometimes it could be about communications or offers. So somebody might voice their emotions to you. Like this could be some sort of unexpected or emotional talk where somebody just either makes an offer that you didn't see coming, or tells you how they're feeling and you didn't see that coming as well. Like there's a lot of shock and surprise here on the back, and like, wow, I didn't know that person felt like that. Or wow, I didn't even know I felt like that. That's the kind of the vibe I'm picking up here. So this is a very layered type of reading here. Okay. And for some of you, yeah, it could be a tower moment with a romantic interest. It's all good. Those things happen, right? It's all part of the journey of life. But for some of you, it could just be some unexpected or surprising emotion popping up or cropping up. So let's go through and do a quick little recap here. And yeah, once again, please do further research if you'd like, or if you're feeling anything from these, share with your collective. But if you kindly look down in the box, in position number 1, we have the 10 of Swords with the Hanged Man in the upright. If you're not having issues with a Scorpio, I felt like this is somebody retreating, pulling back, that they've been through a 10 of Swords moment and they're trying to recover a little bit. And yeah, I was getting that little vibe of somebody causing a 10 of Swords moment due to inaction, but beware of endings of all kinds, right? Whether it's one you're holding on to, one that's sticking around, because this one could hang around for a little bit. In the center, we got the King of Cups with the 5 of Wands in the upright. A little bit confrontational in the emotional sense. If you're not having issues with a water sign, you might just be ready to go. Like if someone comes at you sideways, like you might be really ready to meet someone halfway, if you know what I mean. And on the back end here, we got the Tower with the Knight of Cups in the upright. So we do have those undertones of romance in your emotional state. This could be a surprising emotion, a shocking emotion, something popping up that you didn't know you felt, or somebody expressing something that, you know, you didn't know that they felt as well. That's kind of the vibe I'm picking up here. Or it could literally just be a tower moment with a romantic interest. But please take a screenshot of that. We're going to get into the shadow work now. A lot going on here, Leo. And all the energy is powerful, but yes, back to the shadow work. This deck is beautiful, the Shadowland Tarot. And we're going to see what you might want to lean into in this time. And as I tell every sign, this deck is illustrated in a darker way, which causes us to look at the dark underbelly of the cards. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So let's just get 3 out. We're not going to spend too much time on them. I know everybody's busy. So let's see what we got here. What shadows does Leo need to lean into, please? And of course, as I always say, I'm an optimistic reader, but it's okay to look at the rough side of things sometimes. Okay, we got the Page of Pentacles. Could be some childhood stuff still lingering around in the shadows. I don't want to go too far into that yet until we have more cards out. Okay, yeah, the 4 of Swords. Needing some rest, relaxation. Let's get one more out here, because the 4 of Swords could be a whole variety of different things. Okay, we got the Queen of Swords. That feels a little harsh to me. That does. Now, we're going to speak about these real quick, and like I said, we're looking at the darker sides of these energies. And with the Page of Pentacles, if that's not an earth sign that's left a scar on you, or scars from childhood, because pages represent children, this could be some sort of message that you need to give, or something you may have given up on very early. Okay, that could be showing up in the shadows, whether it was a situation with another individual, because this page is always constantly learning and striving for more. And when we see it in the shadow side, we get someone that may give up. Okay, so there might have been something you gave up on too soon, whether it was a career path, whether it was education, whether it was an individual that could be lingering in the shadows. Okay, I'm not going to say you need to pick that back up, but it might be something you need to come to grips with or revisit. Now, in the center, we got the 4 of Swords. You see this person here, they're lounging around. Usually this is a card of rest, relaxation. So I do want to say, in the shadow sense, this could be about somebody's energy, similar to like the Wands, like knowing when to rest, when to put a lot of energy into something. Hopefully you haven't been wasting your energy on certain things when this card shows up. For some of you, it could be not knowing when to rest. You might just be a go-getter, like always on the move, always on the go, always trying to improve your situation, never taking the time to stop and smell the roses. So the universe could be telling you to slow down a little bit, and that's okay. Moving to the very back end, though, we have the Queen of Swords, and she's sticking out here in this shadow thread spread for some reason. Could be an air sign that's left a scar on you. Could be a mother figure, older feminine figure that's left a scar on you as well. But her dark side is that she's very callous, cold, and to the point. So if that's how you come across to other individuals, you might want to soften up a little bit in this time. But if that sounds like anybody you know, someone who's just callous, heartless, just cold, and is willing to like undress somebody verbally all the time, that's the dark side of this card. Okay, so if it sounds like an individual, they might have left some scars on you. Or there could just be something you need to look at honestly, okay? Aside from those messages, when she shows up, there might be something you need to take seriously and look at honestly with a queer lens. So, Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the December subscriber surprise. It's your last chance to get your name in for the December subscriber surprise, where I'll be picking 3 lucky winners to have their choice of either the beautiful Tarot of Dreams or free personal reading with myself. So if you'd like to enter, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are at this point. And second, you need to let me know down in the comments what tarot card makes you happy whenever you see it show up in reading. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, which is only a few days away, I'll put the winners in my community tab. My friends, as always, much love. I'll see you next time.